What up, y'all? Chargers Truther coming to you August 28th. Just got back from a long trip in Central America. Here I'm just going to do a preseason recap, go over the last preseason game against the 49ers, some standout players I thought, do a roster prediction, and a prediction for our upcoming season to my best ability, obviously. So I'm just drinking some coffee. Cheers. So yeah, obviously super excited to get this season started. I think it's going to be a good one. Going to this game, we beat the 49ers 23-12. Going to 2-1 on the preseason. Yeah, preseason wins don't really matter, but everything matters. You know, it's good to win. We like to see us win games. Doesn't matter when they are. So looking at these stats, Easton Stick 9 for 11, 38 yards. Max Duggan, I think he just got cut 4 for 9. He's not a very good passer. I think that's why. But the thing that's jumping out to me is our rush yards. 41 carries for 267 yards, 6.5 yards a carry. Compare that to the 49ers. They went 24 carries, 125 yards, 5.2 carries. So we outrushed them by, I think, almost 2 times, double. And that's exactly what I want to see. I'm so tired of this team being outrushed by every single team we face. I want to do the outrushing. I want to be dominant at the line of scrimmage, run the ball, stop the run. So I'm very happy to see this. I think we've done a good job running the ball in this preseason. So next I'm going to talk about some guys that I think stepped up for us big in this preseason. First one, Thule, but just the athleticism on the few plays that he did play. Aggressive, fast, athletic. I think he's a promising player. I think he's someone we could really hope for to be in the lineup quite often in this regular season coming up. Next one, Darius Davis, the speedy receiver, very quick, did very well in the return game. Had a nice reverse or sweep, was a jet sweep run in the game. Very excited. He seems very fast and he looks like a playmaker. I like him a lot. I like Scott Matlock. He got some penetration at the D tackle position. D tackle is a difficult position. And so I like to see that. I like to see him become a little more physical of a hitter, put his body right in front of the ball carrier, take on lead blockers and hit harder, but he's a young guy, and I like what I've seen from him so far. And the last guy, Zach Bailey, the offensive lineman. Here I'm going to look at this play from the last this past game where it was the play of the game. I think Josh Kelly ran for like a 75-yard touchdown, and we're going to look at Zach Bailey right here, 78. It's going to go off his hip, and he's got, if he fails this block, gets pushed back into the hole, this play doesn't work. But watch what he does. His first step, he's double teaming with number 75, gets a good push. He's powerful. Look at him pushing him back, and then goes to seal the next guy. He's taking on 2 dudes on this play, and watch Josh Kelly right here running right behind him, right behind Zach Bailey. Zach Bailey, look at that hole that he created for him. Springs him and Josh Kelly with the speed, with the athleticism. Great play by Josh Kelly. Great play by the whole entire team. We'll go back and give Stone Smart some credit too. There's McKitty putting a block on too, and Stone Smart with the lead block as well. This was hats off to Stone Smart. I like him as well. But to me, it's Zach Bailey. This guy had the physicality, had the size, and the power to make this play happen off his hip. So I think Zach Bailey is my favorite backup offensive lineman that we have. A couple guys that I thought didn't do very well in this preseason. I gotta say Foster Sorrell, which you may disagree with. He played a lot of snaps, but I saw him get beat off the edge. Obviously, tackle is a difficult position, but I saw him get beat off the edge kind of often. And when he's going to be playing against the star players in the NFL, it's going to be tough to count on him. I think I'd trust Zach Bailey a little more, but obviously this is just preseason. Hard to put hard to put my finger on these things. So these are just my observations. Another guy, J.T. Woods, he had some tackles, but I saw him miss a lot of tackles, bad angles, and a little too thin. I don't know. I just don't think that. I think he would be a big liability in our defense. I don't think that he'd really be able to really come down and and be the last man and make solo tackles on elite players in the NFL. So yeah, but I think we have hope. Kellen Moore, is hopefully doing a lot to help us in the run game and finally become a physical team, run the ball, stop the run. Those are so crucial. Those are so key to a team's success. You need to at least be able to do one of those two, run the ball and slash or stop the run. If you're able to do both and have a quarterback like Justin Herbert, we know our pass offense is going to be great. That's going to be a very dangerous team, not just a team like we saw last year that's going to need to, come back in the fourth quarter and just scrape out a win with some Justin Herbert heroics. It should be a team that's able to just grind out a game and just win that assuringly and look like we deserve to win that game. So I'm going to go over this roster prediction next. All right, pull up this roster prediction. And look, this was pretty tough for me to, the last 53rd man, 52nd man was pretty difficult. So first I got, obviously, Herbert, Stick, quarterback, running backs, Eckler, Kelly, Isaiah Spiller, and I had Elijah Dotson as like the 53rd man on the team. I think he played well. I don't know if we need 4 running backs, but I could see him not making the team, but I gave it to him. I think he did well. He showed some flashes in the preseason. Receiver, Keenan Allen, Quentin Johnston right there, leaving Keelan Doss off. Receiver 2, Mike Williams. Guyton, I'm going to give it to. And Hightower was one of the last guys on the 52nd man, I believe. Receiver 3, Palmer, Darius Davis. Tight ends, Gerald Everett, Donald Parham, Trey McKitty. And I could maybe give it to Stone Smart. Stone Smart might make this team over Hightower or Dotson. It's a tough call. Maybe might even make it over Trey McKitty. But my logic here is that Tom Telesco drafted Trey McKitty, so I don't think he's really going to be willing to just let him go yet. Trey McKitty, I think, was a 3rd-round pick, so that matters to Tom Telesco. Tom Telesco, I think that he has his pride involved with his draft picks. I don't think he's going to cut Trey McKitty, even if he wasn't. Even if he was the worst tight end on the team, which I'm not saying he was, I'm just saying if he wasn't drafted so highly by Telesco, maybe he doesn't make this team. Xander Horvath, I left him off, but going back to this, I might actually switch it for Dotson, but this is how I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave Xander Horvath off. I know this might be wrong, but leave it how it is. Left tackle, Rashawn Slater. Kept Foster Sorrell just because I just think he's going to make the team either way. Zion Johnson, Jordan McFadden, center, Corey Linsley, Will Clapp, Jamari Salyer, Brendan Hymes, Trey Pipkins, and Zach Bailey, I think, are making this team. Going to defense, Morgan Fox, Scott Matlock, Austin Johnson, Nick Williams, leaving David Moe off, Sebastian Joseph Day, Otito Ogbanya, leaving Jared Clark off, Joey Bosa, Tooley, Kendricks, Neiman, leaving Agbonga Migoff, Kenneth Murray, Diane Henley, Khalil Mack, Chris Rumpf, J.C. Jackson, Michael Davis at corners, Derwin James, J.T. Woods, just because, again, how high he was drafted. He made some tackles too, but and then I have A.J. Finley there also. I think he was brought in later in the preseason. And someone needs to be there in case J.T. Woods isn't able to step up. Also, Alohi Gilman, Mark Webb, and then at that last cornerback spot, Asante Samuel Jr., Jasir Taylor, Dean Leonard, kicker obviously Dicker, J.K. Scott at punter, and long snapper Josh Harris. Tough call again. Dotson, Hightower, Stone Smart, Xander Horvath. These guys were pretty tough calls for me. Again, I could see those 3 maybe switching around a little bit. Maybe even Keelan Doss makes it, which I don't believe. I don't think he will, but that's how I see it. So now I'm going to do my final season prediction. So let's see. Look at this season. You can see right here on the left. I can see us going 10-7 or 11-6. But my honest opinion, I'm going to go 10-7 again. 10-7 is going to be my final prediction. And this is because, I need 10-7 is still a very good record. You're winning a lot of games. You make the playoffs pretty much guaranteed. 11-6 is kind of like a higher side, maybe even 12-5. But again, I need to see these things to believe them. I know we had a lot of injuries last season, but injuries are normal. It's a long season. I need to see us actually do something like that, like an 11-6 season, before I start predicting it. I'm here to, I'm trying to be real. I know we have Kellen Moore. We have a lot of reason for hope. We did good in the rush game in the preseason, but I've been a fan of this team for a long, long time. I'm trying to be, I'm trying not to get too much in the off-season hype. I'm trying to be real. I want you to hold me accountable of this record prediction that I'm making here. I'm going 10-6. I know maybe it's kind of pessimistic, but to me, it's just, trying to be realistic here. I'd love for them to go undefeated, but again, it comes down to the rush offense, rush defense, and that relies on the depth pieces. All the backups are going to need to step up. We're going to have to be physical. We're going to have to be hard hitting. We're going to have to be aggressive for this to work and for our rush offense, rush defense to succeed. We're going to be going up against the starters in the NFL, the real elite players. So preseason isn't going to be that telling. Again, I have hope in Kellen Moore, but 10-6 or 10-7, like I predict, is still a good season. That's a lot of wins. That's a playoff season, and once you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. So that's my prediction. I think we had a good preseason. Looking forward to a great regular season, a winning season. I think it'll for sure be a winning season, but I don't know about first in the AFC West or anything like that. I still think Chiefs are going to own the division, just being realistic here, guys. But we do have hope for a Super Bowl. We have Justin Herbert. We have a good roster, and anything can happen. So that's my preseason wrap-up / regular season preview. So cheers, Chargers fans. Thank you. I'm going to chug this coffee. It's a little warm. That's all I got for you guys. Really looking forward to this regular season again, like I said. And bolt up. Let me know, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys would like me to talk about. Reach out to me. I love talking football. Love just talking to people. I'm a people person. So bolt up. Let's go. Super Bowl.